I asked you to do this podcast a bunch of times.
I appreciate it.
And you know what? After a while, I was like, you know what? We don't need them. But now that you've been on it, we missed you.
I'm recording you on Instagram.
We missed the magic of Will Sasso on this podcast. And I wish to God that you would do it again.
I'll do your podcast again, Bobby and Kalila.
Yeah. You were so good.
Thanks, man.
And we didn't really dive into a lot.
No, you got good and personal.
No, we're gonna get more personal next time.
We'll work into it.
All right, but you were really amazing. Thank you so much for doing it.
Thanks for having me.
I love you like your family.
I love you like your family, and I'll do it anytime.
Okay.
I live just up the street. I'm in Los Feliz.
I know. I've been to your house.
Oh yeah,
you live
You
in a
live
castle.
in a castle.
It's I ran to Matt Bronger a while back.
I love him.
Well, I love Matt. And, we hang out and stuff. But before I didn't know he was living in my neighborhood. He's not now, but he. This is a dumb story. You know what? I'll tell you off the air, and your listeners can be a little upset. Well, no, it just kind of makes. My
How
house.
about that? Why don't you do this? You tell this. Everyone knows it's a dumb story.
Yeah, all right. I'll tell the story.
It's cap it off. But let me say something right now. It's going to reflect on you and your abilities. But I want you to do it anyway. Tell the story. No, you have to end it with the story.
All right. So anyway, so I run into Matt around the corner from my house, and he goes, I go, what do you do? You live here? He goes, yeah, I live over there. Where do you live? I go, yeah, I'm up here around the corner. He goes, where around that corner? I go,
Yeah.
He goes, what do you come? I go, yeah, I'm like a couple of houses up on the thing. And he goes, oh, are you near Castle Wolfenstein? And I said, what? And he goes, there's a house up there that looks, he goes, me and my gal call it Castle Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
Because it looks like there's a guy up there just breeding wolves. And,
Yeah.
and I go, I think I'm Dr. Wolfenstein.
yeah.
He goes, what? I go, yeah, I think that's my house you're describing.
Yeah.
He goes, no, it's fucking thing. It looks like Gargamel's fucking castle.
Yeah.
The Smurfs. And then he came over and he was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you live there.
Master Wolfenstein.
It's a great. You know what I love about your house, though? You can't go to Redfin and find a house like that. Oh, that's like it's a one of a kind house. How the fuck did you find that castle?
Because it was 2002.
Well, they made castles since fucking the 1700s. What are you fucking talking about?
I know. My house was built in 1612. It was the earliest property in Los Angeles.
How did you find it though? You just drove by and go, I want to live there?
No, I went to a different place. I jumped out of I bought a house up the Hollywood Hills because I didn't know where the fuck to live when I decided to buy a house. And they said, and then I had to jump out during escrow because there were some structural things. I started a new search. I was in Los Feliz. I was at this one house. They said, have you been by this house? No. And they told me where. And I said, no. And I walked in there and some things happened that were nice. Like they dropped the price a lot the morning that I walked in because it was very ugly. There had been many years of renovations and stuff that reflected the time period when it was renovated.
Right.
So I restored it with a contractor and designer back to the original thing that it was. The house was built in the 1930s, and so that was the thing. But it was also because the market in 2002 was very different than it was even the next year in 2003. Yeah. And so everything exploded, and then we had the economic collapse of 07, 08. So then you couldn't really get into these. Anyway, it's a great house. I was very fortunate.
I regret even asking you about that. That's not a really good way to.
You know what, Bobby?
Podcast.
I'm going to tell you something. Yeah. I'm going to tell you something.
The Bronger show was okay. We should have ended there.
Yeah. Because just like you said, you did some 10-minute podcasts, and it inspired you to move forward. Perhaps it even had a hand
thanks Will Sasso for coming by.
I'll tell you something.
Everyone clap right now.
They're not
Will Sasso for coming by.
They're not all.
Cut it off.
They're not all home runs.
Cut it off.
Sometimes people just want to.
What?
Eddie shows, Bobby?
Oh yeah, I'm at the Ontario
Sometimes
Improv.
People just want to know about.
I'm at the Ontario Improv this weekend.
They want to hear about
Come check
renovating
it
a
out.
home.
I'm also playing.
They want to hear about
Addison Improv.
When'd you get those pavers in?
Right.
And
I want to.
Oh, I understand.
Thank Brian Ortega for killing it.
You know someone who does.
You watch MMA?
You know someone who does brickwork, masonry.
Because
it'll improve the
Frankie Edgar.
It'll really bring up the resale value of your house.
Yeah.
It's never a bad idea to put in another bathroom.
Does he beat Max Holloway?
Never a bad idea.
I don't know that. I think
you got the crew there already. You might as well have them come in.
That would be a really good fight.
You know what I mean? I've got Peg and Groove hardwood that's been sanded once. It was sitting underneath marble, everybody.
That was a great
Hey, take a claw hammer, Take it to some of your
cut it off right now.
Some of your floors.
Cut it off.
You might find some very expensive wood under there.
On Instagram at Tiger Belly.
Amazing woods.
On Twitter at the Tiger Belly.
Fine wood.
Or you can email us any questions at the Tiger Belly.
Anything that you think that someone would take out and put in another house, that's what you're looking for in your property. Don't be afraid to spend the money. You're living in your investment.
And make sure you check out our sponsor, Brooklyn, and promo code Belly.
Brooklyn's hard to find a place on your own.
Oh, sorry, not Brooklyn, but also Brooklyn, and buy some stuff there.
They're both our sponsors.
They're both our sponsors, but Brooklyn. Yeah,
it's good to have good linens. And then get a couple and get a little cover for the duvet too. Just in case things get saucy with your lady.
What about Blue Apron?
Blue Apron. Hey, let me tell you something about Blue Apron. In Los Angeles, people don't necessarily want to cook all the time. You know, they want to go out and eat in restaurants.
Yep.
And studies have shown that it's really great when you get together with family and you cook and you have a great time. Hey, Blue Apron's got all those ingredients all put together. Even if you've got a new kitchen island you want to put in your kitchen because you think it'll improve the resale value of your home, it doesn't matter if you're living in an apartment or in a studio. Have your kids over because you're divorced and cook Blue Apron with them. Hey, this month they got tilapia chimichangas with chimichurri sauce. Hey, I would never thought to get this stuff. There's 5 little squash halves.
I'm not being fucking serious.
Hey, what?
Cut it off right now.
We're doing the ads for you.
Promo code Belly. We'll be right back, guys. We'll be right back, guys, with some house cleaning.
I'll tell you about what's